Did you see that?
The mystery abounds. 600 pounds, walking on 2 feet.
Has Bigfoot been spotted in Maine?
Bigfoot is the source of decades of bewilderment. Does the creature exist?
Still, I get funny feelings when I come down here.
Tyra Cataline returns to the place where she says she faced an Indiana Bigfoot.
We thought we were going to die. All three of us thought we were going to die.
It was 41 years ago, this November, here at Millrace Park in Columbus. Cataline and 2 other girls were inside a car. They saw movement from afar, and then the creature ran up fast.
And that thing kept throwing itself at the car. It was horrible. It was the most horrible thing you ever looked at. Its face was all slimy and everything.
Cataline and the girls drove away, terrified and hysterical. The days that followed brought a search for the Millrace monster, later believed to be someone in a costume. But don't tell her that.
It was something, I don't know what it was, but it wasn't somebody wearing a costume.
Here in Indiana, people do claim to see a creature known as Bigfoot. As you can see, is our light.
Chris McDaniel runs Indiana Bigfoot Reports.
This kind of gives a brief description of Bigfoot.
A website that tracks Bigfoot sightings by Hoosiers. Most, he says, come from across the state, with many near Terre Haute and Brown County.
14 inches.
Spring and fall are a hot time for these reports. McDaniel often goes out to investigate for himself.
We get about 4 to 5 reports a year, and you can see these footprints and how wide the strides were. People just come right out and say, I seen this 8-foot tall hairy creature and I know it was Bigfoot.
He says many people are afraid of ridicule and just don't know who to call.
We had a local law enforcement officer come to us one time and claimed to see the creature, but he needed to stay anonymous because of his position.
The most recent report came just a few weeks ago, on October 10th. A man said he was hunting with 2 other people in Morgan Monroe Forest in Martinsville. He was separated from the group, but then heard a howl that terrified him. It was the loudest howl I've ever heard. It was almost as if I spooked what I believe was indeed a Bigfoot, and he was letting me know that was his territory. The man took off running.
One of the interesting things with stories like this or experiences like this is they challenge our sense of what's possible. They challenge our sense of what the world really is about.
Dr. Donald Braid at Butler University has a PhD in folklore.
We tend to interpret things from our perspective, how we understand that the world works.
Is that Bigfoot?
He's tracked the legends of Bigfoot or Sasquatch, stories, he says, that likely originated in the Pacific Northwest with Native Americans. Braid likens Bigfoot to the idea of the Asian Yeti or abominable snowman.
They're probably connected to other stories in other parts of the world.
So is Bigfoot real?
We may come up with evidence on something like this, or we may not.
Braid studied physics as an undergrad, and this scientist says
Truth is a very difficult thing here.
he doesn't know.
I don't want to say I believe or I don't believe. That possibility, that mystery is intriguing to me as well.
Someone who did see something says that Indiana Bigfoot forever changed her.
I believe there's things out there now.
Of course, critics say if Bigfoot exists, there should be evidence of a fossil record, and new animal species are discovered with relative ease. Still, that has not happened with Bigfoot. Also, eyewitness accounts can be seriously misleading or made up altogether. And Bob and Fanchon, perhaps what is the most interesting here is what Dr. Braid was talking about, why these stories continue. He says that humans are naturally inquisitive, and we simply like the idea of having something else out there.
A mystery to solve.
To believe.
Okay.
So judge for yourself, right?
We like talking about it, if nothing else.
We certainly do.
Thank you, Kendall.
You bet.